Hi, it's Ben here from Somerset Foodie. Today we're cooking one of our absolute brilliant little poke bowls. So a poke bowl is a dish from Hawaii that has lots and lots of Japanese influence. It's really often a fish dish that uses tuna as the main element. We're actually doing a vegetarian one using some mushrooms as the kind of centerpiece. But a poke bowl is really straightforward. There's a little bit of kind of preparation to be done, but kind of almost hardly any cooking at all. It's super healthy. So really low fat. There are lots of really kind of raw vegetables that have all the nutrients, and we're just using some of these ingredients as the perfect seasoning to make it taste amazing. So let's crack on. Any poke bowl has a base of some kind of grain. So we're just using brown rice, which is perfect. And you know, you can cook this and let it sit. It can be warm, it can be hot, it can be quite cold. It really doesn't matter. So that's the kind of fundamental base of the bowl that we're going to make. I've got some a mixture of shiitake mushrooms, which are really easy to get hold of, and just a few like brown chestnut mushrooms. So I mean, you can use any mushrooms you like. So we've got a nice hot pan in with a little bit of rapeseed oil. So I always fry with a little bit of rapeseed oil and just get that warmed up and then straight in with the mushrooms. So I've prepared here all the ingredients that we're going to, all the little garnishes, if you like, that we're going to have for our poke bowl. So some of the things I've just chopped raw. So we've got raw beetroot that I've just peeled and cut up quite thinly. You can, if you don't want to use a knife, you can grate that. We've got some raw cucumber, some raw peppers. We've got edamame beans, which are really healthy soybeans. I've just steamed them a little bit to soften them up. And then I've steamed some bean sprouts and I've steamed some kale, which just again to take the rawness out of them. So that's kind of all ready to rock and roll. Let's see what's happening with the mushrooms. So those mushrooms are getting a little bit of colour on them. We're cooking them quite high temperature. And then what we're going to do is we're going to glaze them up with some of our really nice miso dashi paste. Now, this is very often used as a soup paste, as a broth for kind of ramen type dishes, but it's such a versatile little ingredient. I'm just going to use a couple of teaspoons, and then we'll give those mushrooms a little shake around. And that seasoning will really bring out the flavour of these mushrooms perfectly. We've also got in our poke bowl some seaweed, and I'm using wakame seaweed, which we have, and all you have to do is literally soak a small amount of it, almost like that was probably a tablespoon, that just soaked in cold water. Really healthy seaweed. The Japanese eat loads of it, and it's full of iron and vitamins and really great nutrients. So perfect for our poke bowl. So these mushrooms are nearly cooked now, and I'm just going to add a few spring onions into those. And we can just toss those around. And we're not really looking to cook the spring onions. We just want to kind of warm that through. And they're pretty much done now. So I'm just going to turn the heat off, and they can sit. And again, they can just be warm when we come to serve them. A classic poke bowl has to have something sharp. It's that sort of flavour wheel. We're looking at all those different flavours that kind of come around the wheel to try and bring it all together into that sort of umami centre. So we've got care of Lucy, our friend at the Pockeridge Pantry. We've got some of her pickled radishes, which are absolutely spot on to just give that sharpness and bring out all the flavours of what we do. We're also going to have an avocado in our poke bowl. So I'm just going to try and scoop this avocado out with this And then we're just going to slice this quite thinly so that we can get that onto our bowl. So all of our little garnishes that we've got prepared in here need to have like a dressing or a seasoning, if you like. And this poke sauce, which we sell, is kind of just made for the job, really. So the key is just drizzle a little bit of the poke sauce over the ingredients. And then just using a spoon, we can just mix that a little bit through. Now, what we want to do with a poke bowl is make it look beautiful. So that's why I've got all these ingredients separated so that we can then put them onto the bowl in a beautiful kind of way. So it's time to start building our poke bowl. So we're going to start with a nice little spoon of the edamame beans. And then let's have some red peppers in. A nice little patch of the cucumber. This beetroot is great, so we've got real earthy flavours on the beetroot. It makes the poke bowl look fantastic. So we've got the beetroot. I'm now also just going to go for some of the seaweed in here. And then we've got bean sprouts and the kale. So, and then we need a little space for some of the pickled radishes to go on. These are absolutely sensational. And they really, really transform the dish. Then we're just going to top it with our centerpiece mushrooms. Pretty much just finish it. I've toasted some sesame seeds. So we'll put a few sesame seeds over everything. And I like a little bit of chili, so we're just going to top it with a few little. And we nearly forgot about the avocado, so I'm just going to fan that out a little bit. Place that in on the side like that. Put a little bit more. So just before you serve, you just give it a final little drizzle of the poke sauce all around your ingredients. And there we have it. There is our miso mushroom poke bowl with some fantastic, fresh, vibrant, really healthy ingredients. So all the key ingredients are available on our website, somersetfoodie.com. We'll look out for the kit box that we'll make for this, and also the recipe will be in our recipe section, so you can follow that. And really, thanks for watching the video. See you next time.